Hello, everybody. It's me, Jeff. All right, fine. I'll talk about it. So a couple of you guys have sent to me this one, and I'm not gonna lie, it has kind of opened some eyes inside of my eyes. But here we have the header for Minecraft 26.1 snapshot number 1, the big kickoff. Inside of these header images that usually relate to the snapshot or the update coming, we have a player talking to villagers, and that villager, it has some custom traits. Maybe the player passed some gas. I'm not too sure what's happening over here. It's a beautiful scene, but it's more about the setting, the area around the player. It's the savannah. It's the Badlands. It's the desert. Wait a second. Those 3 biomes. Nothing slips past the elite wattlers. You guys. I keep getting DMs about this since the day the snapshot released. But look, wattles, man, they would never hint about what's coming in the update in a changelog image, right? Wrong. This summer, Minecraft Java 1.21.8, oh my god, there's a zombie horse inside of this image, and then updates later, the zombie horse came to the update. Interestingly, 1.21.8 had nothing to do with the zombie horse at all. This was definitely a cryptic low-key hint as to what the developers were actually working on at the time. I don't know, man, I always go back to that Nembot interview from earlier this year. But what do you think? Besties, I have an obsession. Minecraft 26.1. Throughout my little holiday break, that has been really nice. But over my holiday break, I haven't stopped thinking about 26.1. Not too much is known about Minecraft's upcoming update right now, but actually there is a lot known. And we do have one single snapshot. I keep coming back to our grand finale snapshot of 2025. Lo and behold, there are some interesting changes that were made inside of that snapshot that I think just about everybody is missing. And, of course, a couple of other changes that could be hints at what else is coming in this big update. Inside of this changelog here, the technical section. You know, you've been around here. This is the section of the changelogs that always reveal what's coming next. Well, I've done a little bit of thinking about some of these brand new tags and what's possible inside of the game. Inside of our loot functions, we have a couple of brand new tags. Now, these villager ones, well, these are ones that we talked about when we were talking about the new villager revamp. More specifically, though, we have 2 brand new loot functions that could definitely also relate to villagers, but it could also relate to something very different as well. Added Minecraft set random potion. It's yet another take on that totem pole of potential potion update clues. But this one right here, it might just go hand in hand with this other one as well. The Minecraft set random dies. So for starters here, this one is going to relate to directly things that are dyeable in the game. So that could be leather armor, leather horse armor, or maybe even wolf armor. Additively, adds dyes to an item's dyed color data component in the dyeable tags field. Then you can control the conditions in which this tag should actually kick in and how many dyes that you would like the game to randomly assume to something. So let's say I had 3 set in that data tag, then it would randomly pick 3 dyes from the game and slap that on top of that leather thing. Any 3 dyes though, and those 3 dyes could also be 2 of the same dye, or maybe even 3 of the same dye, resulting in a solid color. Basically, it's a way for more randomized dyed things to show up in the game. Now, where would these things show up, you ask? Well, they could be in mobs, maybe a villager trade, or perhaps some sort of brand new structure, or just structure revamp in general that is going to come with brand new loot. Maybe different potions, maybe dyeable things. But also, thinking about the update, what was missing from the Mounts of Mayhem update? Oh yeah, where's the leather one? Maybe they're going to come back around and add it in the next drop. I don't know, man. Maybe they just, ran out of time or something. Today, for our delayed Snapshot 26.1 follow-up, I ask you but a favor. 2025 has been a crazy year. Maybe the biggest year when it comes to snapshots. Definitely the biggest year in a long, long time. If you've joined me on this snapshot journey at all this year, including this video, I ask you to smash that like button. Doing this will help us collectively manifest another fire year next year with even more great snapshots. Now next up here, we have a fascinating change to none other than the zombie. And added to that, a change that even an all-knowing mouse has completely missed. Minecraft Mounts of Mayhem made the game much more difficult. Minecraft 26.1 is doing it again, baby. 2-word, zombie leader. Oh mama, so the zombie, it's one of the oldest Minecraft mobs and is actually one of the most advanced Minecraft mobs as well. This is a feature exclusive to Java Edition, at least right now, but some zombies can actually spawn as a leader zombie, making them have way more health. Also, on top of that, they can have random effects as well, like resistance. Now, the one that opened my eyes to this change actually comes from a Reddit post by IllCommercial518. They were in their survival world, and they found a zombie. They were swinging at that zombie, and look at how many crits are being landed on the zombie. It's just like a tank. That took so many hits. I got to doing a little bit of digging into the changelog, and then I realized down here in the fixed bugs inside of this snapshot, leader zombies have been fixed. So look, this next thing we're going to talk about has been bugged since Minecraft 1.16.5. That is like 5 years now. Leader zombies will spawn with 20 health, even though they could have way more. So check this out. We have a normal fully grown zombie. This normal fully grown zombie is going to have a total of 20 health. That will mean with an iron sword, it's like 4 hits or whatever, crits a couple less. And I mean, 20 health is like average for a month. But with this leader component, if a zombie were to spawn as one, it could spawn with up to 100 health total. So that would mean that you could end up with a zombie that will take like 6 or 7 critical hits to actually take out. These leader zombies have been spawning for all of these years, and they have been able to spawn with higher health total, but they would still only spawn with 20 health actually filled in. So basically, let's say this was a leader zombie that spawned with 40 health total. Well, the amount of health actually filled in that it currently has would still be 20. It would need to heal up somehow. Fixed inside of this snapshot, leader zombies will now spawn with more health like they have been, but that health will be all the way full. Now, I tried my hand at a little bit of combates to spawn these leader zombies in, but it seems that I just can't quite figure it out. The leaders that I'm spawning in are maybe leaders, but they don't really have more health. So that's sad. No matter what, this is a huge update to combat and zombies, the most common Minecraft mob across your entire world. In this new Minecraft update, you better be even more careful. We also have a change to the zombie villager spawn egg. When I spawned zombie villagers in Minecraft Java, they were always spawning the plains variant of this mob. But alas, no, the developers have fixed it. The zombie villager spawn egg. It looks up and locks into the biome. It will spawn whatever biome variant you are in of the zombie villager. Jungle zombie villager inside of the jungle. Mesa zombie villager. Oh, wait. There is no Mesa zombie villager. I guess it defaults to the desert. This on top of zombie villagers being able to pick up weapons in the snapshot. What are the developers cooking? Oh man, our lighting update inside of the snapshot? Dude, it's beautiful. F3 and 4 will open up a brand new graph inside of your debug screen. This graph, I went to my local library and studied up on it. So take this modified graph right here, for example. The vertical axis right here is showing us this skylighting of blocks. The horizontal axis is representing block light levels. So if we go all the way to bottom left corner, no skylight and no block light, that will be the darkest tone that will pop up. Meanwhile, the top one, high skylight, high block light, that's the bright tone that we'll see. Every single little pixel of this graph represents a color that will be overlaid onto blocks, entities, and so on, depending on the light level of the sky and the block. That means if I were to say go ahead and flip things over to daytime, boom, our graph changes because the light gets overall brighter from the sky. So all of the tones change. And that is exactly why, for example, maybe in the daytime, you place that light source out and you can't see anything because the skylight is overruling all of the other light. Meanwhile, if we slide into something that's a little bit darker, let's say under the water, well, boom. And that's why that thing is working, how it's working. And wowee, the idea of red lighting under the water, that's so cool. That feels like Subnautica, foreign, scary. I just started replaying Subnautica again and oh my god, I'm obsessed. Next up, big change, nautilus, pufferfish. We tame it, put a saddle on top of it, dolphin. Oh, brand new functionality with the nautilus here that is going to speed things up a little bit. The dolphin will actually swim alongside the player on a nautilus, just like they will with a boat, but it doesn't actually speed things up. I don't get the dolphin's grace effect while I'm on a nautilus. I'll have to jump off, swim around, get dolphin's grace, and jump back on the nautilus, and maybe have a brief speed boost. I don't know if that even worked, man. But either way, you could use a nautilus to maybe import the dolphins over to your ocean preserve. That is very ethical. What I wanted to see here with this one is if the dolphin will copy my jump, and unfortunately, it doesn't really seem to copy my jump, but it does still follow me while I am jumping in. Oh, it did copy it. Oh, like a father, like a daughter. How adorable. As of the late, there has been plenty of talk about Nether Beather update. I don't think we've talked about it in a video quite yet. Maybe we will soon. Stay tuned. Piglin. The Piglin has an inventory that we were unable to take a look at. And still, in a survival setting, we are definitely unable to take a look at its inventory. However, intriguingly, for seemingly no reason at all, inside of the snapshot, the functionality to take a look at the Piglin's inventory with the help of commands has now been added to the game, just like you can with the villagers. The timing on this one, completely random, because our only other Piglin update... Oh, they're all gone. Well, our only other Piglin update that happened this year, well, it had to do with the dried gas, and that didn't even really affect the inventory much at all. It's quite odd, and I can't help but wonder why. Last but not least today, the brand new swing command. We could use this command to make things in the game swing their arms. However, when I had initially show this one off, I talked all about making mannequins' arms swing, but they're not the only one. Now, everything in the entire game is not exactly going to work. Like, for example, this farmer villager, its arms don't actually swing. But maybe something like this iron golem, okay. Well, doesn't actually work either. My larger overall point that I wanted to clear up a little bit here, you can definitely use the swing command with different entities as well. Will it actually work, though? Debatable. Minecraft 26.1. Hopefully, we will get a brand new snapshot next week with even more brand new Minecraft features. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. Smash like, subscribe. As always, if you find anything else cool, tell me about it down below or on the community tab of this channel. Until tomorrow, Happy New Year's, besties. Goodbye.